Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel leelawebdev. In this video, we will see about the practical implementation of this diffing algorithm, how it will work. For example, let's say that here we are having this is a brand new project, so don't think about this one. Just I will try to show you the example, how this one is implemented. And let's go to the app.css and I will open this app.css file also. Oh sorry, not app.js file, app.css. I think it is loading. Let's open it here only, app.css file. So here I have opened it. I am removing this all the code and I will use star box sizing border box. This is the basic thing, and here I will remove this all the code. So just we will have a basic simple example, and I will have a div class name is equal to container. And for this container we will do dot container border width of around 90%, sorry 90%, and margin should be auto. Okay, margin should be auto. Fine. And here in our app.js we need to write a code. So for example, let's say that we are having a tab data. So we are implementing a tab data. Let's say that I am having a tab data which it will be having array of object, that is nothing but id, title and content we will be having. Now in this one I need to show this tab content. For this one what I will do is I will create a new file, new component, that is tab.js, and here in this tab.js export default function tab I will be having, and in this tab I will do return div tab1, and this is the content we will have it. Now this is a tab1 we will try to show. In our app.js I will call this tab1 here. Okay, so here I will have something like div class name is equal to tabs, and in this one we will do tab. Okay, so this is our tab, and here if you try to see, this tab should be imported at the top. I think whether it is imported or not I didn't remember. So tab is imported, and tab is not defined. Okay, here export default function tab, and I am writing this one. Yeah, fine. So now we are able to see this tab one. So let's say that we are having three right, and I will be having let's say for example I will be having 4 tabs, 1 2 3 4, and I will give this num also, that means tab number also, num is equal to 1, and I will send these all the tab numbers to into this one. So here I have sent these tab numbers. Now I need to capture this one here, num, and I will show it here in the props here, num. So tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, it should be dynamic here. Now let's say, oh sorry, these all the 1 2 3 1 2 3 4, so it should be dynamic here. I want to place it side by side, so here I can go to the tabs and I will place it as display flex, and I will give something like justify content space between. Okay, so now it will be space between. Yes, fine, perfect. So now it is perfect. Now what I want to do is, so here this is the tab, right? So whenever I click on this particular tab I need to show the tab content. So for this one we will create a new file, that is tab content.js. so tab content.js file, and here also let's go here and we will implement export default function tab content, and in this one I will return the div tab content. Okay, we'll show it like this. Now here in our app.js, and here I will be showing a tab content. So here I will be having something like tab content. Okay, so here I will, so now here at the bottom you will be able to see the tab content here. So this tab content should be dynamic, whatever the tab we are trying to press it, so that tab content we need to show it. So here what I will try to do, I will try to send this one, so we need to have a state variable. So here I will have something like constant active tab, and here set active tab. I will use this set active tab is equal to use state of 1. So we will have it like this, use state of 1. So use state of 1. Now here we need to check this, whatever the active tab is there, we need to show it here. Now here in this tab.js, what I will try to send is, so here we will be having set active tab, right? So here I will send it on click method. Okay, I will send this set active tab. So set active tab, we will write this set active tab here. In the same scenario, we will write complete on click is equal to set active tab, set active tab, set active tab. So we are writing it like this. Now this one prop, we need to take it here in our tab.js. So here in the comma, I am taking this one. And here whenever we click on this one, on click is equal to, okay, so we can call the method in such a way that on click, I will call this on click and we need to pass the number. So that's it. So the set active tab will be updated automatically. Now here when an active tab is there, and here I will be writing the condition in such a way that active tab is there, then I need to show this tab content. Whenever this active tab is there, I need to show this tab content, or otherwise I need to show something like div not found. I will show something like this, div not found. So here I will write not found. So that's it. So whenever we are having an active tab, so when I click on this tab 1, tab 2, tab 3, so we will be showing this tab content and we will be showing is not found. So if I click on this one, so we will be showing this not found. So right now it's not working, we will see it. So now we have did these all the changes. Now if I try to click on this inspect element, if you go to the components here, oh I think some okay, tab is not defined. Why this tab is not defined? Still these are old errors, I think. Tab is not defined. Let's refresh this page again, and if you see whether we are able to get it errors or not. Yeah, fine, it's working fine. Let's go to the components. Here in these components we are able to see all the tabs, and this is the tab content. Now this tab content we need to pass the data. So here if you try to see in our app, we are having a new entry state 1, right? If I click on this one, the state is getting updated, fine, right? So here the state 2, 3 is also getting updated and state 4 is also getting updated. So now here you can write in such a way that if the active tab is less than or equal to 3, then only we need to show the tab content, or otherwise we need to show the not found. Now if you try to click on this one, so fine, it is working fine, and here also it is working fine. And if I click on this tab found 4, we are able to see the not found. So this should not, this is the thing we need to have. So now the tab content, we need to send a content. Okay, fine, we will send the data. Okay, so here in this data, what I will try to send, I will try to send the tab data of active tab -1. Why? Because it will start with the 1, but the array starts with 0. So I will be sending active tab -1. So the data we have sent it. Now this tab in the data we need to highlight in the tab content. So here we got the data. Okay, we captured the data, and here in this one I will show the first one is the h3. Okay, h3 is nothing but data dot title, and the another one is the paragraph element, which shows the data dot content. So that is the content, and here I will close this div. Oh sorry, this is the paragraph element, right? So paragraph element. Now if I click on this tab 1, we are able to see this data. Sample 2, we are able to see this data. Tab 3 also we are able to see this data. So fine, so far everything is working fine. Now let's say that here I am having one anchor link. Okay, so here in this anchor link I am having href is equal to hash. So I will show this hide details. Okay, so if I click on this one button, it needs to hide the details. Now here I will use the state, so constant show content and set show content is equal to, so I will write it like this, set show content is equal to use state of what I can say here, use state of first time it will be true, so we will be showing the content, let's say show. And here when I click on this one on click, okay, and here I will call set content. So here it should be something like set show content, what I can say, of not of show content. So we will be having it like this. So I am making it as a toggling thing. Now if I click on this hide details, see here if you try to click on this hide details, hey, what is happening here? on click and all those things. So href, so we are writing the code. Fine. Okay, so I need to show this all the details, right? So I need, oh sorry, these are all the things opening. Let's try it. Yeah, here I need to add a condition. So here, if show content is there, then only we need to show this content. So here I will copy this entire thing and I will paste it here. That's it. Now if I refresh this page and if I click on this hide details, see, we are not showing this one. So this hide details also, it should be toggled. So that one is nothing but what I can say is, so if show content is there, then I will show the option is something like hide details. Okay, if the content is not there means then I will show details. That's it. Now if you try to see the output, so here if I click here like this, it is happening. Now you need to understand the concept, which what I am trying to tell is, so if I click on this tab 1, okay, we are able to see this hide details. Now I am hiding the content of this tab 1. Now when I move to the tab 2, what will happen? So the content should be visible and all those things, right? Why? Because in the tab 1 the state is hidden, but in the tab 2 it should not be there. Now if I click on this tab 2, so the title has been updated, but the content we are not able to see. So that means the state is getting retained. So the state is remaining in the tab content. Why? Because here you need to understand the diffing algorithm. So why it will happen is that the React element is in the same position and the element is also not changing. Only the thing what it is changing is the only thing that is nothing but the data. That is nothing but the props is changing. So in the diffing algorithm we have learned when the props is changing or anything is changing means, so it will not remove that element or it will not destroy that React element. So the diffing, the reconciliation, and it will maintain it like this only, and the state also will be there, it will be retained like that, it will not be destroyed. For example, whereas in the tab 4, now entirely tab content is removed. Now when I click on this tab 3, so now you will be able to see the entire data. If I click on this hide details, now the state will be retained in all the places. Now if I click on the tab 4, remember that we are hiding the content, but if I click on the tab 4, so not found is there. When I go to the tab 2, again the state is not recovered, so the state will be by default, that is true. So this is what the diffing algorithm will try to do. So now it will try to remain the state in all the tabs, even though the tab content is changing, even though the component is changing, the data is changing, but the state between the components is retaining like this only. So this is how the React actually the algorithm works. So now in order to maintain like this, for example in tab 1 you have made this one to hide the details, but in the tab 2 this should not happen. So the state should not be like this. So it should show the details. So now if I go in the tab 1, the state should be reset. So in order to maintain this, in order to do this one, what we need to do is we need to maintain the key. So that key should be also unique thing. So here the ID is there, right? So here you can write a key is equal to, here I can write the tab data of active -1 dot ID. I can keep the dot ID. Now the key is unique. So now the way using this key, the diffing algorithm will try to create the instance for the component. So it will create the instance for every component. For example, in the tab 1 I have hidden the details. Now in the tab 2, if you try to see, the content will be visible. Why? Because the state will not be retained. So the state will be reset everything. So because of the key. Now if I click on this tab 2, see the data, it is there. This is all happening through the key concept. So this key is the main thing responsible. Now whenever you try to click, now here also I am trying to hide the details. So now if you go to the tab 3, again the state will be reset, the component instance will be recreated again. So this is how the diffing algorithm or the reconciliation works in the React.js. So whenever you don't want to retain the state for a component means, then you need to use the key property. So this is the most important thing. So hope you understood about the diffing algorithm thing. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.